John McCommas. I'm the chairman of the Republican Party here in Willimantic, and John is new to town, and he's running for selectman in the Willimantic area. John, could you give us a little bit of background about yourself, where you've been, where you worked, what you're doing now? I understand you're also a student, and you're very interested in getting active in politics because you'd like to do something in this town, and you've also been active in politics in the past elsewhere. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 40 years old. I'm going back to college. I'm a communications major. I work at the Rite Aid distribution plant in Killenly. I'm a forklift driver, nothing fancy. And the reason I'm getting back into politics after a while, being out for a while, is because I don't think town leaders are listening to us. The taxes are getting too high, and their priorities are misplaced.
I see. So you have been active in politics in the past, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, I was involved with the Ed Munster campaign, the Virginia Raymond campaign for state senate. I was a co-manager of that. I've run for town council. I served on the Killenly Town Council in 1993 as an appointed member, in various other campaigns.
Okay, so basically your big issue is taxes.
Yes.
And do you have any ideas, any specifics that you'd like to see done here in town to get taxes down, to stabilize them?
Yes, I do. Well, my friend Helen Lupian, she has a favorite saying. She says, when you're in a hole, the first thing you do is stop digging. We have to stop the new spending and every new proposal that comes down the pipe, if it is to get by me, it has to be paid for, and not with new taxes. It has to be paid for at the expense of something else. You know, you have to make priorities, and one of the priorities I'm going to have is the taxpayer's ability to pay, not just Mr. Paulus, he always has this wish list. You know, he wants this, 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 this. And he never stops to consider the taxpayer's ability to pay. He just sends us the bill. We've had 2 big tax increases in the past couple of years. And I can't afford another one. I don't think you can either.
Okay, there's a couple of things regarding taxes. First of all, I know Harry Carboni has suggested a freeze for those who are the seniors, perhaps 65 and over. And some of the arguments have been made with regards to that would be that this would be a net benefit to hold on to the seniors in town because they don't put many demands on social services, and if they are taxed out of town, they got to go elsewhere. And maybe we'll get some younger families in here with 3 or 4 kids that have to be educated at $12,000 apiece. How do you feel about this? And that you don't have to necessarily agree with Harry. You realize, of course, that you're an independent man, and that's we as Republicans have a lot of very different independent ideas. But what would your view be on this?
I back 100% the senior citizen tax freeze. It's not the first way I would go about it. I would want a general tax decrease, but given the situation we're in, and I don't anticipate Republican majorities for as long as we can see. So if we pass this ordinance, it would be an ordinance, and it would cap people's taxes until we readjusted it by ordinance, and that would make it affordable for them. It would put the brakes on the spending in the town. There would be that limit, and anything that limits the spending is a good idea.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with on one thing, and that's the idea that we are going to be the minority for the foreseeable future.
Well, I think we have an excellent time to capture the majority this year. But once we do, we have to put things in place that will, after a majority is gone, that will continue to benefit taxpayers. And this senior citizen tax freeze is one excellent way to do that.
Are there any services in town that you think could be changed? For example, the Main Street, or ways to encourage jobs to come into town, or is there anything else you would consider to be important here?
Number one with a bullet, again, is taxes. When a business looks at a town, first thing they're going to look at is the taxes, and how many times in recent past they've gone up. And don't forget about existing businesses. If we keep taxing them and taxing them and taxing them, they're going to relocate or go out of business. My view on taxes is you just can't keep piling them on. And I would like to see a significant, in addition to the senior citizens tax freeze, I would like to see a general tax cut.
And you're basically saying, from what I've just heard you, it's not just the people who own homes that are paying taxes. You're also talking about businesses that employ people. You're talking about local merchants. And if the taxes are down on all of these, we're going to be attracting more people into town, as you just indicated. That should also have a positive effect on employment. Everybody's going to benefit. And also, when we talk about taxes, I'm going to know, this is a rhetorical question to you. If you have a landlord and his taxes double, and you as a renter are not paying taxes, what's going to happen to your rent?
Yes, housing right now is very unaffordable for those in the lower income brackets. And I can't imagine, having to, if I lost my job, a pretty good job, and I had to start all over again, lost my condo, I have to find an apartment, that they start at $650, for anywhere decent. It's just a spiraling thing. The more you raise taxes, the more unaffordable, housing becomes.
So basically, what you're saying is that you're going to be the man that's going to take a careful look at budgets, and you're going to be the man that wants to get those taxes down in order to attract businesses, which are going to hire people. You're also looking at the idea that it's not just the people who own property, but it's also the people who have houses. I think you're a great guy, and I think it's a wonderful thing that you're coming here in town. Is there anything you'd like to say just in conclusion?
Well, just one more thing. The other thing with taxes is jobs. I tried my very best when I first came here to find a job here in town. I found one that was delivering pizza. I couldn't make any money at it. I couldn't find any of the work I was used to, industrial, light industrial. I traveled 20 miles to Killingly for my job. And I want to see, taxes lowered, businesses come in, and people who get jobs locally. You shouldn't have to travel 20 miles to have a job, And we're always talking about recreation in this town. I would like to see some serious efforts at economic development.
John, I think you're going to be a great contributor to the Republicans and to the town overall. And I think we're going to see you around for a very long time in politics in this town, and I think you're going to be a great contributor. And my best to you, and luck in the election.
Thank you.